Hello, hello, good morning, good morning. We are at the end stage of this playthrough. It's kind of hard to think about, but we are getting to the end of our main playthrough of Heavensward. It's a feeling, guys. Might as well, when I saw it, just throw myself all over the place like usual. So let's continue with the main story. The Rising Stones. A place I significantly tolerate a lot more. a lot more than the Waking Sands. I will say, and I'll say this nice and early, my schedule has changed, so there'll be no more Wednesday Fall Fantasy. I might do Sunday, I'm just kind of feeling it out right now. Or I might take a break after this. Tomorrow's push with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 would be get towards the endgame state of that game. How about all you guys? How are you doing today? Probably not much to say since you're all NPCs. So you guys are probably doing the existing thing at best. But yeah, today is mainly a story day. And I am not going to start Soam's Blood this stream because I kind of like to start a new expansion as part of its own thing. So once we get to the end of Heavensward, we ain't doing much else, honestly. Did a lot of grinding at Xenoblade last night. Not level grinding, but you know, getting all those things I need, finding unique monsters, and I am getting high level because I'm doing all that. But it's not like I am speeding it up in a natural rate. Yeah, Pippin, been a while since I saw that character. The Griffin. I saw the Griffin's supposed to be somebody I know, but I'll be honest, it's been so long since we dealt with it Megans, I kind of forget. It's literally been forever ago. Oh, those are some Guardian things. Trying to get a feel for what's happening again. It's been a while. Do, 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 do. Yeah, the last few days I've just been a little tired. Clearly fatigue has been setting in, and I think it's because I've been feeling stressed. I had a feeling this was kind of hinting at a dungeon. I was feeling it in my bones. Alright. This didn't take long at all. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know, honestly. I guess a place I can... You know what? I have an idea. Not there, not there. Oh, somebody's fighting some bugs. Good old times. Alright, that's just that. There it is. I'll get these extreme trials pretty much accepted. That'd be a good use of my time. I think so anyways. There we go. Alright, Sid. Just accepting that extreme portion of a trial. Oh, there's more to it. I just have to fly, fly, fly away. Fly like an eagle into the future. Man, I saw way too much Space Jam as a kid. Enjoyable film, especially for kids. I do always find it irksome when people kind of try to be critical about that movie. Like, Yes, it is a marketing toy. Boy, obviously. But saying it's bad because of that, I don't think is because a lot of offhand things start off as marketing toys. Like I love Transformers, especially Beast Wars. But I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to pretend for a second it's not just a plain old marketing gimmick. Yeah, one person we're waiting on. There we go. Let's pretty go. So if I Guardians or they're our Megons. Go. Yep, I already had a feeling that this group was going to try to go fast. There we go. Just want to have this open because it's easier for me. There we go. Man, our black mage is trying to go very fast. Okay. Open the gate. There we go. There we go. There we go. Our first little mini boss. There we go. We got this. And I trust the rest of the party knows what they're doing. Oh, I just realized we don't really have a typical DPS. There we go. There we go. Alright. We got this. Easy, easy, easy. There we go. Oh, you come on to me. Boom. We got this. There we are. There we go. We got them all on me. Nice. Boom. Another easy victory. It's always the bloody elevator, guys. There we go. Kaboom! Alright, we are getting a nice helping of mooks on me. We got this. Alright, that's going well. There we go. Hey, all of you, focus on me. Here's a stink bomb. Alright, there we go. go. Focus on me, you bastard. Ow. Alright, boom. Alright, boom. Plus the team is what I have to say to that. Good move for me to drop the stink bomb right there, though. Ow. Boom. Boom. There we go, another victory. There we go. Focus on me, you assholes. So, to fight a lot of Guardians, I thought we were dealing with a Griffin. Maybe this is both. Oh! There we go. There we go. We have this very eager black mage essentially leading everything. Come on, it's my first time here. There we go. There we go. Alright, cutscene. What are we seeing? The Griffin? So I'm guessing the Griffin's going to be the boss of this area. Oh yeah, that guy. It took me a second to go, do we know them? Oh, yes we do. Go. Been a long time since I've seen you, bro. Look at you. You're a dungeon boss. You're moving up in the world.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
There we go. Ow. Ah.
How'd you like these?
There we go. Ow. To be fair, another 2 wide. Didn't get me this time, you loser.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
That was surprisingly easy. Easy victory. Not a very social group this time, unfortunately. I like when I have groups that have some banter.
You've beaten me, aye.
I just completely forgot this guy was a
You
thing.
cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come. We did it! We showed the bastards! Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea.
Who is even this guy?
They die that others may live.
These are some new faces.
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
When I think Mecha Spiders, I think Final Fantasy VIII. That's the first thing that goes into my brain.
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
So the counter is... So the big plan is more Mecha Spiders?
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Alright, that's a little overkill, you bloody robots.
Gods help us! What were we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
It's funny. An army gets crushed. A group of 4 people smashes those things.
Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength to crush our...
There you are! As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand, you truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
We're never gonna
How
escape
long
the
have I
bloody
struggled to reach
eyes,
this
are
point?
we?
My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
summoned. You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal. You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
Alright, what are you calling upon? Are you trying to become Nihog again?
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
So I just struggling, what is he trying to do?
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
Don't tell me he's bringing Nihog back. How many times does Nihog have to come back? Or he just dies. Did he just die? Did nothing happen? That's a terrifying sight. That's a terrifying thing to look at.
This light, is it?
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
So is this like another Nihog
thing.
primal?
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
Wait, is this going to bring Bahamut? I thought this was
That's
Nihog.
impossible. We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days.
Ah, Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Timsamati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works. It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Sacred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Hilda! I think he means now!
I had a feeling I was going to be forced to go, but I tried.
I bid thee farewell again, my dear
So
Ida.
Papa Bill is going to die.
Now,
I had a feeling it might have
to
been him.
see how good a student I truly was.
My gut was telling me it was going to be him. He was giving off a lot of death flakes. That sucks. That was rough. That was pretty rough. So, everything we did in that attack ended in failure. Not a single thing went right with that one. I do think it's incredibly goofy that we get the da-da-da-da-da thing after we finish a quest. I'm calling it close, guys. Alright, Luxon's finest student. Time to talk about somebody. Oh! This one is the fastest one yet, honestly. Wasting no time. Man, a lot of people are doing Heavensward stuff, I imagine, right now because I don't know. I feel like either main story queue, like around the board, or Heavensward, because I imagine the other expansions have different places. Alright, quest complete. There we go. Let's continue. We're just getting music now. Okay. I don't mind. It's a collectible that will just consume itself, so that's not a bad thing. Oh, I think we're getting kind of a preview on what Stormblood is going to be about. Because I know it's about the East. So I wanted to give us a taste.
Word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Perhaps I've been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Good man. Are you all right?
Bloody hell, what? That was very dramatic.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Alright, go to the Blacksfeld. Been a while since we've been to the Blacksfeld. Been quite a while. Do do do. We're here for the 500th time. Hey guys, we lost a number. And our main enemy did not get any weaker, and a very evil primal was almost summoned. Other than that, we did fine.
Pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no, 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 no.
That Hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanal since the Allagans.
1,000 times no.
Alive knows how to wake it.
The amount of no is staggering.
Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
And this is why we had to do the Crystal Tower. I get it. I definitely get it.
All those years studying side by side at the academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
The fact that he's here means he might. I don't think he's going to back
Grind
south.
my teeth is what he does. But I suppose we don't have much of a choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Cid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
It's fair to not trust him.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
God, that's brutal.
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
It's still here. Okay. Once again, I do apologize for the very low energy I am clearly giving today. I know I have very low energy. Man, there's a lot of people just chilling. So the team we have now is Cid, Yugiri, Elfenad, and his sister. Obviously, the sister had to come because she needs to be part of the plot, right? So where are we? Oh! Oh, I see where we are. I see where we are. I was playing for you a little bit. Do forgive me, I do that apparently quite often these days. Besides, I defeated Nihawk multiple times. I guess I don't know what is the thought process of bringing him back for like the 50th time was going to do. I think that's what I'm struggling with on Irlad's plan.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
I don't think that's the diss you think it is.
We are returned.
Like,
well, Ida
it might be a diss, but
Stoller and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giddy? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so?
I like this guy. This guy is a good time, it feels like.
Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Oh, whoops, I used the long controller. I have 3 controllers around me. So I can be a little absent-headed sometimes. I guess I'm going to have to wear that, don't I? Or maybe not, who knows? God. Why always that emote? Why do they love doing that one? There we go. The power of a mecha. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep, I can take things on. We are probably getting close to the end of this.
Now, where was that? Ah,
But of course they had to mention Omega.
We shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
Do we know this one, or is this a new one to us? I think this is a new one to us.
Engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
I think we have a good group, Sid. We got this. We got this. We have a thief. We have a lot of DPS. Because this guy's a samurai, right?
I am Gosetsu, samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Well, I have a big hammer.
You watching, Pavelimo? No surrender.
Boom. This guy is getting destroyed. Alright, let's make me the target. Ow, ow, ow! Alright, we're doing good, we're doing good. Hey, that's on our side for once, right? Awesome. Oh, do I get that? I get a mech. go.
No retreat.
Look upon a samurai of summer!
You watching, Papa Leroy?
Boom.
Leave it to me.
Boom.
To strike!
It's all over now. Your defense has nothing.
Boom.
With soul and steel!
No holding back.
Destroy everything. I am a menace. No, it was fun to have. Please come back. Don't leave me, guys.
Look upon a samurai of summer!
There we go.
Papa Leroy. Leave this to me.
Easy.
My right to strike!
Why did you let him go? He has no man. Capture him. Just let him be captured. We can use a prisoner or two.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
That's not going to
Should the
happen.
machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing? What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yeah, I see that blueprint. That's Buddy Omega.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do. The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
I was not expecting Omega to be part of the main story. This is consoling because Omega's like the OG super boss. Like, yeah, I know Mech Royal, blah blah blah, but let's be real. That's Sinryu! Oh no! We are having super bosses fight each other. I know exactly what that is. Diego, what if we put two super bosses in a room against each other? What the hell am I even looking at? It's cool, but it's almost beyond my comprehension.
Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
So we release Omega to the world. And we don't know what to do next. We're like, we release Omega. We don't even know what our next step is. The Four Heirs of Fate. Do, do, do. Boom! Fast teleportation, yo. Yep, we'll see the seal. Out of all the... Is it because it's outside and nobody else likes the office? This is why we have almost all the meetings here. Ryu. Another old school super boss. I think that one was in 6, if I remember correctly. Been a long time, so I might be misremembering. There we go. Back to the fairy village. I should sometimes finish that tribal quest line. Yes, so, how you doing over here?
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Yes, he's probably not too happy. Fred is dead. Big battle happened, and we don't know what even happened with the mech.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl.
So, this is not Ida.
There must have been a lot of them. I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lys. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
Alright, that's... Here's the thing, if I knew there was a sister, this might have been a big revelation, but... It's like a twist for the sake of a twist.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
So it seems like somebody we're going to be focusing both with the East and the Alamigo stuff, because that's all that these last few things have been kind of highlighting. So, we finished Heavensward, guys. It was good. It was good. Definitely an improvement, and there's a lot of twists and turns along the way. Yeah, that was a lot. We've seen a lot. After the credits, I'm going to call it for today. a bit of a short one today, but I'll be honest, I wasn't all here. We've had some character deaths, we had some revelations, and we kind of getting a peek of what to look forward to. Man, I can no longer say Yida to annoy Remy, can I? Yeah, Heavensward was a significant improvement. Generally enjoyable, but I think my one big kind of downfall of this part was, and a lot of people enjoyed these type of stories, but the story was kind of very old fantasy and serious, which is not always my jam. It does it well, but I kind of like stories being a little more new age. But that is hardly a full criticism. That's just me just saying what I like, right? I can't even skip these credits, man. Yep, that's a lot. That's a lot of credits. Don't we all love unskippable credits? No, we don't. Credits release. Voice cast updated. I'd probably give this overall story. If I gave like a Realm Reborn a 5, I think this would be like a 7. Yeah, so we're getting a little post-credit scene now. Our troops dealing with the aftermath of the Sinru and Omega fight. So I'm guessing the main storyline of Stormblood will be dealing with the Amigian takeover. Finally going to deal with the Guardians. Like, we did deal with them in a Realm Reborn, but it felt like a half mess. At the far edge of fate, the world begins anew. The heroes look at the eastern skies. A gathering storm of blood. And that is where we're going to leave it right now. So that was the arc, that was the story, and that was a lot. Well guys, I'm sorry I'm not a lot energized today, but I'm going to leave that here. Thank you all for coming, I hope you all had fun. I'll see you all next time.